Welcome to Live Fit Magazine. I'm Phoebe Chongchua, and joining me today is Malcom Watson. This is an exciting conference, the MastersGathering. It's in San Diego. I actually attended the one last year. Welcome.
Thank you very, very much. It's an excellent, awesome pleasure to be here.
Now, what's interesting is you're wearing shoes.
Well, I have to safeguard my feet for when I perform, you see.
I see. All right. Tell us a little bit about, for anyone who might not be familiar, you run around barefoot most of your career.
I do indeed. Absolutely I do. And I guess what really happened was I played the violin since a young kid, and I always actually wanted to be a ballet dancer.
Really?
I had one ballet lesson when I was 7, and I went, oh! And my mum and dad said, well, it's got to be one or the other. So, and then years later, maybe about 15 years ago, I was playing, and I suddenly went, I can dance and play. So I started to dance, and then I was actually on stage one day, and I was getting blisters, because I'd used wear the...
I can imagine.
Because I'm in my white suit and tails and my patent leather shoes, and so I kicked off the shoes, thinking I was going to get laughed at by the audience, and everybody loved it. And I found it's really actually improved the quality of my dancing, because I can play right to the end of my toes, you know. It was funny, isn't it? You know, just I leap and spin. And
so the Barefoot Violinist, I mean, it does kind of go against a little bit, like you think of classical music and etiquette, and I can see his toes,
especially
heaven
if I
forbid.
wear the tux, you know, and I studied at the Royal Academy of Music. And
so tell me a little bit about when you come out, the audience says, really?
Well, not anymore. They just adore it. They totally adore it, and they just seem to accept it as part of who I am.
So do you become like a foot model, in the sense that you have to, you have to groom your feet very well?
Well, sometimes I'll paint stars on my toenails. You know, I'll
really?
Get a manicure and have little gold and silver stars and moons.
I love it. I love it. Well, you'd be popular in our household. I have an almost 15-year-old. So she loves stars and moons and smiley faces and all of that. Tell me a little bit about your performances and your music, and where does that come from?
You know, it's really, really interesting. It's been a really evolving process. And actually, to be honest, I've actually put my violin away sometimes, and I've been working as an executive for a while, and I came back to music very in earnest in 1990. And I experienced this amazing catharsis. It was like I was experiencing this tremendous emotional release, and it was like, and then I was amazed to find that my audiences were experiencing it almost as strongly as I was. So very much it's become my mission, if you like, to help people release from pain and suffering and actually reconnect with their joyfulness and knowing who they are, you know, having more of a sense of self as spirit. And I've had so many amazing stories of people that have gotten off medical drugs listening to my music. There was one woman that came up after a concert, and she said to me, you know, that she'd lost her little baby a couple of years before, and she'd been numb. And she said, I saw you, and she said, within minutes I was crying. And she says, all my feelings come back.
Right.
So that's what really turns me on. That's, for me, the magic. It does it for me, and it's like such an honor to find that it does it for others.
Thank you so much. It's just wonderful.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much, Phoebe. Thank you.